What is good, my people? I am coming back to you, back in my driveway, back in my car. But today, I wanted to talk about an epiphany I just had. Like right now, I'm like literally smoking. So, and I don't know. This popped up in my mind, and it just made perfect sense. I was listening to a song like civilians compared to celebrities and famous people. Is I realized that it's perfectly all in synchrony. If you apply that to the fact that famous people became famous people, is because that it was destined to happen. And they applied certain things to get to that point. Meaning like they changed things about themselves to be they changed themselves in ways to become that image that they thought of in their head and then became that, right? So that's how people get to these points, being famous and stuff is because it's purpose, whether you do or do not become remembered in history, it was purpose. You have to realize that every life that you have, because dude, you got to think about it. When we die, where the fuck are we going? If Jesus was reincarnated, wouldn't you apply that for everyone, since he's a man of God? A man of God, anyone is a man of God. You have to realize that as well. Anyone is a man of God. Everyone is a part of God. If them getting to this point, and it was purpose. It was their purpose to get to this point, and that's perfectly fine. The common people, civilians, as we could call like a normal person. Let's go even more exact. Instead of civilians, civilization and civilians, let's go to a person. A person is the person that lives the life. It was their purpose to be this way. Everything was meant to be as it should be. And the things that are meant to be only applied whenever you change. Whenever you change, then it becomes that meant to be. It becomes that, what it's meant to be, because you changed it. If you were this way, you weren't meant to be that way forever. Because if you applied change to that, it was meant to be. You have to realize that there's nothing that controls out here but everything in here. Okay? Stop trying to control out here, because you're going to end up wasting your energy and wasting your precious time. So it was everyone's purpose to be that it's way it's meant to be. I'll be the living example, okay? To show you that you can. Anyone can. I'll be the living proof by showing you that it was meant to be, because I saw it in here. So it's meant to be out here. Circumstances do not change unless I apply change into my mind. What happens if you apply change into your mind? Let it be so that you become so successful that you just become so successful. Because it was meant to be. But it's never meant to be if you never think of it. If you never think about it. It's never meant to be if you deny it. It's only up to you to deny it, not something else. It's always up to you to deny it. Whether you take that opportunity or not, it was you. It was never the outside world. That was the craziest realizations I've ever had when I was a little kid. But if you deny it, it was not meant to be, and you can change. And you can change the circumstances in which you live in. and stop making excuses. So it was purpose. When I say meant to be, I more or less mean purpose. It was purpose for it to happen. Everything that happens has a purpose. Me recording this video has a purpose. And it's to show you something you might need to hear. It's never really about me. You know, I just told you how, but realize this is only a platform where I can speak my mind. I'm purely speaking my mind. I don't really care about the recognition. I'm only trying to tell people something that I realized as well. And maybe people could benefit off that, you know? Yes. Yes, I'm looking at you. Yes, I'm looking at you. So it was purpose. Realize that you're a beautiful human being. Realize that you are loved by all. You know, someone came to my school, this motivational speaker. Name was Reggie. And he said to the crowd that I've never heard any random person tell anyone, or even a group of people. He said, and it's something that I always said too to other people, but I mean, like, if you pronounce that you love everyone, then everyone's gonna be like, what? But I mean, only if they see the other side of it, the spiritual side of it, and open their mind to these things. You know, that's why, as Jesus said, He loves everyone as they should be. So I'm not saying that's why I'm doing it. I'm saying I'm doing it because I believe it in my own moral. But yeah, that was just one of my small thoughts I've ever had that really, like, actually unfold and mean something. You know what I mean? Like, these thoughts aren't just here to, like, you know, be in this cage and just like rumble around, and then it's just taking up space and it's wasting energy and it's making you feel bad or something, you know? Rather, my thoughts have been constructed into things where they can unfold and become deeper meaning in something a lot more spiritual or loving or just more sense. So, what the fuck am I talking about? What the fuck was I talking about? Dude, I made this whole video just to talk about the small epiphany I've had. Because, yeah, I want to record more of these small epiphanies because, like, I can't really ever speak these. And whenever I do have them, they're, like, really amazing thoughts that I always want to remember. But I can't write them down because my hand does not write as fast as I think. So I kind of like doing this a lot more. Just speaking my mind. Speaking my mind. Yeah, anyways. All right, well, I'm going to go, guys. That was just one of my thoughts I've ever had. So, recording this. Peace, bro.